Welcome to episode number 15 of this Green Bay Packers Madden 22 franchise series. And today I'm obviously playing my Green Bay Packers Madden 22 franchise as it is the playoffs. As based on the title, because the title of this video should be the playoffs are here, but even if that's not the title of the video, it's the playoffs regardless of what the title of the video is. It's the NFC Divisional Round playoff game against the Los Angeles Rams. At Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, as we did the first round bye, we went 16-1 in the regular season. We only had one loss because I just said we went 16-1. We won in week 1, so we were 1-0. Then we lost in week 2. Then we were 1-1, and then we went on a 14-day winning streak. So 15-day winning streak actually. Yeah, so we started 1-0, then 1-1, and then after that, after we were 1-1, we had a 15-day winning streak, I believe. I said 14, but I think that should be 15. Yeah, so we started 1-0, then we were 1-1, then we went on a 15-day winning streak to end the year. Then we finished 16-1. Chiefs were 14-3. They were the second best team in the league. But I believe, oh yeah, they clinched the best record in the AFC, so they got a first round bye, and they're playing, I believe. Well, I'm gonna show you the playoff bracket right in a second here once it loads here. But I also did some cutscenes because apparently one of the cutscenes says playoff blizzard. So possibly playoff blizzard means it's snowing, so that's nice. But the Chiefs, who had the one seed in the first round bye in the AFC, are playing the 7-seeded Browns, while we're playing the 7-seeded Rams. So the Rams upset the 2-seeded Cowboys in Dallas, 31-15. 49ers play the Panthers in Carolina, or in Charlotte, North Carolina. Beat them 48-14, completely blew them out of the waters. The 49ers did on the road, and then the 4-seeded Cardinals beat the 5-seeded Buccaneers 29-21. So it's 6-seeded 49ers at the 4-seeded Cardinals, and then it's the 7-seeded Rams at the 1-seeded Packers. And then over on the AFC side, the 7-seeded Browns upset the 2-seeded Bills 27-24. The 3-seeded Titans beat the 6-seeded Colts 21-14, and then the 4-seeded Ravens beat the 5-seeded Raiders 31-28. So it's the 4-seeded Ravens at the 3-seeded Titans, and then it's the 7-seeded Browns at the 1-seeded Chiefs. So it's Browns at Chiefs, Ravens at Titans, Rams at Packers, and then the 49ers at Cardinals. As the Packers game against the Rams at Lambeau is the last game of the divisional weekend, so we'll know when we load into the game. You guys will see, I will see, and you guys will see at the bottom of the screen the final scores of the other 3 division round playoff games, and obviously we'll find out who the other team will be, and we'll also find out who the other team will be in the NFC Championship game, and then we'll find out both teams in the AFC Championship game. So let's get into that playoff blizzard cutscene, because it could be something where it's like a reporter might say, oh, it's only a blizzard like tonight, or it won't be actually a reporter. It would be, I think, I've seen this before about like rain and snow. I've seen about rain and snow as well, where it's like Aaron Rodgers taught into his team about how it's going to be like blizzard-like conditions. Because it says team meeting, so yeah, it's not a press conference. Because if it was a press conference, it would say press conference. So it's team meeting. Playoff blizzard. Discuss the forecast for your playoff game. And then we have a breakout player message. We'll do that after this. But it should be Aaron Rodgers telling the team it's only blizzard-like conditions. I've seen that about rain, and like I said, I've seen it about snow too. So yeah, it isn't. I believe Aaron Rodgers is saying this. But he's like, all right, fellas. As I'm sure you're all aware, the forecast is calling for blizzard-like conditions out there this week, so expect. I didn't read the rest of it. That was Vinny J, the head coach. Now it's Aaron Rodgers saying it. Snow like this is a great equalizer, and the Rams are a dangerous team, even in regular circumstances. The service is going to be slow, the footing is going to be rough, and we're going to have to play fundamentally sound football. Weather the storm, players for both teams have trouble. Or whether the storm, players for both teams have trouble accelerating, changing directions, and reaching their normal top speed. So, business as usual, game day goal, beat the Rams. Because obviously the winner will move on to the NFC Championship game to play the 49ers or the Cardinals, and the loser obviously will go home. So, win and you're going to the NFC Championship game, and lose, or if you win, the winner of the game will play, like I said, the winner of the game will play the Cardinals or the 49ers in the NFC Championship game, and the loser will obviously go home. So let's go view message, breakout player, help a player upgrade his dev trait. That's development trait. It's Kamal Martin, the middle linebacker. Kamal Martin, one of our middle linebackers. Coach, you've really let me play my instance recently, and I can't thank you enough. Last week was one of the best last week, which we didn't play last week, but either way, last game I guess was one of the best performances I've had since college. If I can put together another game like that against the Rams, it'll go a long way towards establishing me as a leader on this team. Okay. Game day goal: hold the Rams to less than 250 total yards, or did Kamal Martin 1+ interceptions, or 1+ interception, forced fumbles, tackle for losses, or sacks. So, I don't know. And by the way, we're the number one. We're ranked the Panthers defense is ranked number 1. The Rams defense is ranked 10th. Our offense is ranked 11th. The Rams offense is ranked 12th. Our defense is ranked 1st, and their defense is ranked 10th. So we're the best defense in the NFL. Rams are 10th best. So return of an injury is at Kamal Martin. So and I think we have 2 injuries, I believe. I think let's look at the injury report quickly here. I believe it says we have 2 injuries, I believe. Yeah, 2 injuries. We have Vernon Scott, our 65. Vernon Scott, 65 overall, strong safety. He's out 2 weeks with a broken finger. So if we did to the Super Bowl, he would be back for that. And then Dexter Williams, Dexter Williams, which I believe, well, I don't know. He might actually be our 7th string running back. But either way, he's one of our running backs. He has turf toe. He suffered that in practice because I saw it when I was doing training. He got turf toe, so he's out 1 week. But I actually do want to see. Is he our 7th string running back? Depth chart. I don't know. Hopefully, he's not, but I think he might be. Oh yeah, I forgot we have AJ Dillon. I'm a dumbo. I forgot we have AJ Dillon. So we have Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon. So Dexter Williams is our 3rd string running back. So we're fine. Jones a 97 overall, Dillon an 80 overall. AJ Dillon. Speaking of AJ Dillon, like yesterday, at least yesterday for me, he blew up that mascot. I don't know where that was. I didn't see the video of it, but I saw the thumbnail. He blew up a mascot. Like, he hit a mascot hard, and it was so hard that the head of the mascot came off. I didn't see the video, but I saw the thumbnail of the video. Let's get into the division round playoff game. Play full game, of course, because it's playoffs. Rams at Packers, division round playoff game. Winner moves on, loser goes home. We're an 84 overall, they're an 81 overall buff. So they have Aaron Donald, who has blitz. Jalen Ramsey has bottleneck, and then Cooper Kupp, well, I don't think he doesn't have X factor, or he's not even a superstar, but I mean, he's still pretty good. His Madden 23 rating is a 98 overall. And then obviously Jair Alexander, our cornerback, has shut down. Aaron Jones, our running back, our first turn running back, has wrecking ball, and then our quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, has Gambler, which I believe if it's activated, it adds like 10 or 15 yards to his throw, which should help in the snow. Let's get into the NFC Division Round playoff game, the last game of divisional weekend. Winner moves on, loser goes home. Play call enhance. Let's get into the game right now. I mean, we're 16-1. The Rams are 9-8. I mean, the Rams are the 7th seed and we're the 1 seed. We're the 1 seed at 16-1. The Rams are the 7th seed at 9-8. They barely squeaked in, but then they upset the 2-seeded Cowboys in Dallas. So we're not prepared for anything. It could be a close game for all we know. And remember, we don't have Devontae Adams. We do have Amari Rodgers, Curtis Samuel. They have Robert Woods, and some other players. Let's watch our prediction. Alan Roach. Packers head coach is Vinny J. He's right there. Here we go. Playoff atmosphere here in Green Bay. It's blizzard-like conditions here in the playoffs. There's the bracket. Winner plays San Francisco or Arizona in the NFC Championship game. Loser goes home. We'll find out soon enough who's the final score of the other 3 games. Because obviously, like I said, this last day, our divisional weekend. These two teams did play each other in the divisional round back in the 2020 season. This is the 2022 season. In this game, it's the 2022 season. Season 2 here in this franchise. These teams did play each other in the divisional round 2 years ago. That's when Jared Goff was still the Rams quarterback. And the Chiefs beat the Browns 37-20 in Kansas City, and they'll be playing the Titans or the Ravens in the AFC Championship game. Wind is 16 miles per hour, blowing kind of angle, like kind of see the arrow right there, but it's kind of blowing it like that. So it looks like the Ravens beat the Titans 21-17 in Nashville. So it's going to be the Ravens and Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, and that kid is out of the bat at the end zone. It actually hit the upright touchback. Here we go. Here's Matthew Stafford. Like I said, these teams did play each other in the divisional round 2 years ago. 2 years ago, it was in 2020. That was, like I said, when that was when Jared Goff was still the quarterback for LA. And then obviously after that season, after the 2020 season, he was traded to Detroit for Matthew Stafford. Here we go. First play of the day, that ball is caught. Remember this team, like I said, Robert Woods. There's Aaron Rodgers right there. They in a 4. They have Robert Woods. They have they don't have OBJ on. They don't have OBJ. They have their running backs Cam Akers, excuse me. Cam Akers. That's their running back. Rams running back is Cam Akers. He got 4. No, he got 3. So now it's 3rd and 3 now. Here we go. 3rd and 3 from the 32. Fifth 3rd down on the first drive of the day, and Stafford takes too long and he's sacked by Rashawn Gary. And Stafford took too long and he gets sacked by Rashawn Gary. 4th down as he lost. It's 4th and 12 as Rams are punting as they lost 9 yards on 3rd down. Here we go, and here's the punt by Hector. Johnny Hector, the veteran punter. He's been on the Rams for like forever, it feels like. Here's a return by number 15. And he's up to the 43-yard line. It wasn't that good of a punt, but what do you expect when it's windy and snowy? And here comes A-Rod in the Packers offense. Packers trying to get to the Super Bowl for the 2nd straight year in this game. Obviously, Packers trying to get to the Super Bowl for the 2nd straight year, because obviously, if you don't know if you haven't been watching the series for a long time, or if you never watched the series, we made it to the Super Bowl last year and played the Ravens and beat the Ravens. I believe it was 31-14. Here we go. The difficulty is on Pro, which is there's 4 difficulty levels here in Madden 22. Rookie, Pro, All Pro, and All Madden. I'm on Pro. Here we go. From the 43, first play of the game. Play action. First play of the game for us. Thrown on the field, and it's picked off. Picked off by number 5, and Amari Rodgers is able to tackle him. That's Jalen Ramsey, who picks off A-Rod on the first play from scrimmage for Green Bay on offense, and LA takes over at the 27-yard line. Their 27-yard line. My goodness. Here we go. Play action. And Stafford gets it away and it's picked off. And it's picked off by Eric Stokes, the corner, the second-year corner. I'm not sure what college he went to, but he's a second-year cornerback. And he kind of almost punched Stafford in the face right there. And both quarterbacks throw an interception, and we take over at the 27, which was the original line of scrimmage, right? So we take over at the 27 of LA. It's both quarterbacks throw an interception. Rodgers threw an interception. Next play, Stafford throws an interception from the 27. Here we go. Now, throw it in the end zone. Open is the other Rodgers. He's got it. Rodgers, and the Packers strike first here in the divisional round playoff game. As the Packers strike first, like I said, here in the divisional round playoff game. 7-0 or 6-0 Green Bay. Aaron Mason Crosby on the PAT. And it's right down the middle, hopefully, and it is, despite the win. 7-0 Green Bay, 4:01 to go in the first quarter. So that was interesting. So Rams go 3 and out, then the Packers throw an interception, or Rodgers throws an interception, then the next play, Stafford throws an interception, and then the next play, Aaron Rodgers throws a passing touchdown to Amari Rodgers. So Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers, Amari Rodgers, and that's a touchback. That was Eric Stokes. I just said a center-yard corner because I believe it's center-yard corner. I'm pretty sure because I'm pretty sure they got him in the 2021 NFL draft. So this is second year. He's playing a lot more because we don't have Tevin Tin anymore. We don't have Tevin Tin. Here we go. Here's Stafford. That ball is not picked off. It's a tackle by number 29, which I believe is Savage. Or Amos. Gain a 4, send it down and sets. Now it was Woods, I believe, who got the... Here we go. From the 29. Here we go. And play action. Stafford, plenty of time. And he throws it about 50 yards on the field. And it's broken up by Alexander, the Pro Bowl corner. 3rd and 6 as Stafford shuts it up. About 50 yards, possibly more than that. At least 50 yards, I would say. Well, maybe not 50 yards, but he shut it up a long way. Here's a throw wide open as number 89's Hidby. And he got, what, like 25 yards or something. 10 yards run after the catch. It probably was at least like a 20-yard reception to our 45-yard line. Big conversion for LA on 3rd down. As we're halfway through the first quarter, like I said, I haven't said it yet, but it's 6 minute quarters. There's 2:50 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Green Bay. LA has the ball at our 45. Here we go. They're past the halfway point of the quarter. Here's a throw. And it's caught by number 10. He got about 2 yards, 3 yards, send it down in 7. Now it's Cooper Kupp. I couldn't think of his name. So they have Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, they have Tyler Hidby, and they also have some other players. They also have Akers, their running back. Here we go. There's a throw up. Ball is caught. And he's down to the 35. He's inches short, though, so he's less than a foot short. Now it's 3rd down in inches from the 35. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Rams winning the tie of the game. Here we go. And now 3rd and inches. Akers got a yard or 2. He only needed less than a foot. 1st and 10, LA. I haven't said it yet, but as you can see on the bottom screen right now, the Cardinals beat the 49ers in Arizona 32-24, and the winner of this game will be playing the Cardinals in the NFC Championship game. And there's a flag down. Could be a hole on the offense. And that's exactly what it is. And I'll back them up. 10 yards, 1st and 20 now. And there's also an injured Rams player. I'm not sure who that is. I think it was probably an offensive lineman. I don't recognize the name of any, like, bit. It probably was an offensive lineman. You know, 1st and 20 now from the 44. 1:15 to go in the first quarter. 1st and 20 now for LA. It's a screen. Good call on 1st and 20 to Akers, but he only got a yard. Stafford sits for 8, 44 yards, and obviously an INT, which was picked off by Eric Stokes. Now it's sending down to 19, or sending down 20. It actually got no yards on that. There we go. So it's the Chiefs and the Ravens in the AFC Championship game, and then it will be the Cardinals and the Packers, or the Cardinals and the Rams in the NFC Championship game. And the 49ers and the 49ers and so the 3 teams made the playoffs from the NFC West. The Rams, the 49ers, and the Cardinals. The only team that didn't make it was the Seahawks. Here we are, the throw. That ball is caught. It's 3rd and 16. That might not have been that probably not have been field goal range. Now 4th and 5 from the 28. It should be like a 45-yard field goal. That quarter will end. There's only 2 seconds left. They're up. It's about a 45-yard field goal. 7-0 Green Bay after 1 quarter of play here in the snow, or here at Lambeau in the snow. So it's about a 45-yard field goal. It is a 45-yard field goal. 45-46 from the left hash for, I don't know who their kicker is. It's not Zerline, I don't think. And the kick is right down the middle. The Rams are on the board, and it's 7-3 Green Bay. As the Rams are still down by 4, as number 3, which is the Rams kicker, gets 3 points as he or kicks the football through the uprights. 7-3 Green Bay now, and that is out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the 49ers and the Cardinals were both 9-8, but I'm not sure what the Rams record was. I think they were the Rams were 9-8 too. So you had the Cardinals, the 49ers, and the Rams all 9-8, and out of all the tiebreakers, the Cardinals out of all those tiebreakers won the NFC West, were the 4th seed. The 49ers ended up being a 6th seed, and then the Rams were the 7th seed. So yeah. Like I said, the 49ers and the Cardinals were both 9-8. Here's a throw by Rodgers to Rodgers, the other Rodgers, up to the 48-yard line. Packers 48-yard line, 1st and 10, Green Bay. So So yeah, like I said, the 49ers, the Cardinals, the 49ers, and the Rams are all 9-8. Cardinals ended up winning the NFC West and in the 4th seed. 49ers are the 6th seed. Rams are the 7th seed. And the winner of this game will play the Cardinals in the NFC Championship game, and the loser obviously will go here, and the loser obviously will go home. 4-yard rush for Jones from 148 to the other. 2nd and 6 now from the Rams 48-yard line. Last year we did play the Cardinals in the playoffs. It was in the wild card round, and we beat them. I believe it was 36-19. And we beat them last year in Arizona in the wild card round. I believe it was 36-19. And this year, obviously, if we play them, it will be at home in the NFC Championship game. And Jones, I should have, he got stuck behind an offensive lineman. 3rd and 2 now, as he got 4 yards on that. Here we got 4:10 to go in the first half, and remember, we get the ball, set 7.5, up 7-3 here. Here's another run on 3rd and 2. Jones puts his head down, gets the first down, and Curtis Samuel is hurt. Great. One of our receivers, number 9 right there, is hurt. That's nice. Well, if he's still on the sideline, usually that means he's going to come back at some point. If he's going in the locker room, usually then he won't come back. But he's still on the sideline, so he'll probably come back. Here we go. From the 39 of LA, 4:07 to go in the first half. Here's A-Rod in the pocket. Plenty of time. Good blocking by the O-line. That ball is dropped by Barlow, the rookie tight end. Send it down. Ravens are 10-7. Chiefs are 14-3. And then like I said, the Cardinals are 9-8. And I said we're 16-1. Here we go. Play action. Bootleg to the right. Now stay in field goal range, and he's gonna throw it to the back of the end zone, and it's caught. What a throw by Aaron Rodgers! And it was, I believe, Cole Bradley who did the place of Curtis Samuel. As that was the rookie wide receiver, Cole Bradley, I believe. I believe it was Cole Bradley, or it was Noah Tyson. I believe that was Cole Bradley. I believe it. It was Noah Tyson or Cole Bradley. That is Bradley. You didn't see it. That is number 7 is Cole Bradley. Number 15 is Noah Tyson. You can see right there that is Bradley, who took the place of Curtis Samuel. Bradley was able to jump, fight for that football, and was able to come down with the jump ball. And it's 13-3 Green Bay. And make that 14-3 Green Bay. 3:54 to go in the first half. And remember, we did the ball to start the second half. Muscle cramps for Curtis Samuel. Re-injury versus medium. The backup for him is Amari Rodgers. I don't know, just say backup. I don't want him to get more injured more, or have a, because if he's out more than, say, if he gets hurt more, like maybe like, yeah. Take it easy. Here we go, and here's a kick, and because the wind's going the other way now, it's actually going to be returned from the field of play by number 17, up to the 24-yard line. 3:50 to go in the first half, 14-3 Green Bay. Here we go, boys. Here we go. And that was caught. And he down about 6 yards. 7 yards, send it down in 3. Here we go. And here's Stafford. He didn't take much of a drop at it. That ball is broken up. 3rd down now. And like I said, the Cardinals did beat the 49ers in Arizona 32-24. And like I said, if the Panthers win this game, they'll host the Cardinals. If the Rams win this game, they'll have to go to Arizona to play the Cardinals. Here's a throw. That ball is caught by, I believe that was Woods. No, it's Jefferson. It's not Justin Jefferson, but I don't know his first name. But either way, got like 20 yards up to their own 49-yard line. They're past the halfway point of the second quarter. We're up by 11. Rams trying to get back within a score here, and a play by Adrian Amos. No gain. Set it down to 10. So if the Panthers win this game, they'll host the Cardinals in the NFC Championship game. If the Rams win this game, they'll go to Arizona to play the Cardinals in the NFC Championship game. So the Cardinals, obviously, they're in the NFC Championship game, but if the Rams do win this game, which hopefully that doesn't happen, that did happen though, hypothetically, the Cardinals would host another playoff game. 2-minute warning, 14-3 Green Bay, because they've already hosted two. The Cardinals already have hosted 2 playoff games, and then the Buccaneers beat them, and then hosted the 49ers beat them. If the Cardinals, who are the 4th seed, play the Rams in the NFC Championship game, they'll host them too. But if they play the Packers, then we'll host if the Cardinals beat the if the Cardinals play the Rams, they'll host the Rams. But if the Cardinals beat, and now it's 4th down. They're kicking it? It's like a 63-yarder. I don't have my field goal unit out there, or my field goal defense, but they're going to kick it, and that kick is short and to the left. No good, and we take over at their 47-yard line. Surprising they kicked that. I know he hit a 45-yarder earlier, but this is a 63-yarder near the NFL record of Justin Tucker at 66 yards set by Justin Tucker in week 3 of this past NFL season. That kick by the Rams kicker is short and to the left, and we take over at their 47-yard line. Take over where he kicked the ball, which is the Rams' 47-yard line, up 11, and we have a chance to be up by 17 before halftime, and we hit the ball after halftime too. But yeah, if the Cardinals do play the Rams in the NFC Championship game, they would host the Rams. If it was the Cardinals and Rams, the Cardinals would host the Rams. If it was the Cardinals and the Packers would host the Cardinals. Here we go. There's a snap. Everybody trying to get more here. Over the middle. That ball is incomplete. That was Samuel, who's back in the game. Kind of got crunched between 2 defenders. Out there is... Oh, that's a run, but... Here we go. Sending down now. Trying to... It's in the field goal range. I'm not sure which way the wind's going. I believe I'm going to be going against us, which might not be a good thing. Now it's 3rd and 6 now from the 43. I don't think we're in field goal range yet. Might be 4-down territory, though, if we don't get it. Here we go. Here we go now. Clock is running. That ball is caught in stride by Samuel. And he spins around a guy. It's a 1st down. Down to the 32-yard line. 1:20 they go in the first half. 1st down in Green Bay. Here we go. 1 minute to go. Here's Jones. Jones! It takes like 2 times to take him down to the 20, edge of the red zone. 1st down, Green Bay. Here we go. 40 seconds to go. 40 seconds to go. Running with Jones again. This time he got crushed. Timeout, Green Bay. And remember, this team does have Aaron Donald. I haven't said his name until just now, but remember that. Here we go, 38 seconds, so 2nd and 9 from the 19 play action. Bootleg, and he's going to throw it back to the end zone, and it's caught by Amari Rodgers, the 2nd touchdown of the game, and we're up 20-3. 3 touchdown passes for Aaron Rodgers, 3 touchdown passes to... 3 touchdown passes for Aaron Rodgers, 2 to Amari Rodgers, 1 to Cole Bradley. And that's your point by Crosby is right down the middle. 21-3 Green Bay, 33 seconds to go in the first half. And remember, we hit the ball at the second half. And it's a hit by Crosby, 33 seconds to go in the first half. 21-3 Green Bay, and Green Bay gets the ball after halftime. That's returned by number 17 from the 6-yard line. And he's up to, eventually, the 25-yard line, 27 seconds to go. Come on, boys. Here we go. Here's a throw. That ball's caught by number 10. Timeout to the 40. Timeout number 1 used for the Rams. Trying to at least get a field goal here. Hope that doesn't happen. Here we go. And that ball is going to be caught by number 2. Up to the 47. Timeout number 2 used for LA. As that was Woods, I believe. 18 seconds to go. They have 1 timeout. 2nd and 3 from the 47. There's a throw. Ball is caught by number 10. It's trapped down to the 41. They're not calling their last timeout. It's not going to call their last timeout. computer's an idiot. They didn't call it. They had one timeout left, and they didn't call it. It's not my problem. It's the CPU. Let's listen in to Jonathan Toachman. Let's listen in to Jonathan Toachman and the EA Sports halftime report, Coach. Here we go. I believe we did ball the second half, right? Yeah, we do, because the Rams had the ball first and they punted. Here we go. There's a hit by the Rams kicker. I believe that's their kicker. Actually, that's their punter doing the kickoff. It's Hector. Return by number 15, which is Noah Tyson from, the 3-yard line or whatever. Here's Tyson! Up to the 35-yard line. 4 seconds into the second half. As here comes A-Rod and the Packers offense it in. But guess who's hurt? Tyson. Who's our punt and kick returner. And it looks like he's okay, because he's doing like stretches or whatever with the trainer on the sideline. Here we go, from the 35. Here comes A-Rod, and the offense already up 21-3. A ball is dropped by the other Rodgers. Rodgers 120 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. 2nd and 10. Here's Jones on 2nd and 10, and he almost got a first down. I believe it's a yard short. And he's inches short. Bruised shoulder for Tyson. Ranger versus medium. The backup is Winfrey, so I'll put in the backup. It's not really that bit of a overall difference. 3rd and inches now from the 44. Half a minute into the 3rd quarter. Here's a snap. Here's Rodgers. Rodgers will run for it. And almost did it. I tried to go for the sideline or slide. Rodgers took the hit, didn't fumble it or get injured. And he got, 4 yards, 3-4 yards, 1st and 10, Green Bay. Here's a snap. Kind of got hit by the... got hit by the running back coming by, or someone coming by. I did not see that guy, because it's a white jersey for LA with the white snow just blended right in. Here we go, 2nd and 10 now. Jones again. And he's up to the other 47-yard line. He got 6 yards. 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 now. Huge 3rd down. If we don't get it, we might be going for it, because I don't think I'm kicking it here. It depends which way the wind's going, but also I don't know. Here we go. Here's a throw. A ball is going to be caught by Samuel. Down in the 26 of LA. 1st and 10, Green Bay. There's Sean McVay, the LA coach. Upset. Down to the 26 of the Rams. 1st and 10, Green Bay. Already up 17. Here we go. Rodgers, despite the snow, will run out. Roll out. And he's going to throw it to the end zone. Shy of the end zone. And it's caught by Amari Rodgers down to the 3. 1st and goal, Green Bay. Going defense for LA. Amari Rodgers, 4 receptions, 92 yards. Here's a snap. That ball's going to be caught by Jay Sternberger, one of our tight ends. And the Panthers lead 27-3. That's it. That was a 3-minute drive, and the Panthers are now up 28-3. 3:06 to go in the 3rd quarter. There we go. There's a hit by Mason Crosby, our kicker. 3:06 to go in the 3rd quarter. We're up 28-3. So we're up by 25 points, and that is off the upright touchback. On the 2nd drive, they did a field goal. I believe it was a 2nd. No, it was their 3rd drive they got a field goal. But other than that, they haven't scored. Here's Akers, who got 11 yards. He has only 5 rushes, 20 yards, though. 1st and 10, LA. We've given up 130 yards. Offset goals that not give up 250 yards, so we're still 120 yards shy of that. With just over a quarter to play, or just under a quarter and a half to play. Here's Cup on an end around. and he got a yard, send it down at 9. And remember, last year we did play the Ravens in the Super Bowl and beat them in Super Bowl 56, in LA, 31-14. Obviously, the Super Bowl for this season is Super Bowl 57, and I believe Super Bowl 57 should be in Arizona. In real life it is. I'm not sure if it's in Arizona in this game or not. And if it is, the Cardinals are one win away from playing the Super Bowl in their home stadium. They're 3rd and inches now from the 46, and they're a divot to Akers, who got like a yard. We only needed less than a foot. 1st and 10, LA. There's Ramsey, being talked to by McVay, who has an interception in this game. Ramsey does, but his team's down by 25. Here we go, and it's a fake end around, and then this is the Akers. He only got like 1 yard, I think. No yards. Send it down at 10. And like I said, these two teams did play each other in the NFC Division Round playoff game back in 2020. That was, like I said, when Jared Goff was still the Rams quarterback, and obviously after that season, Jared Goff was traded to the Lions for Matthew Stafford, and the Rams gave up Jared Goff and like 3 first-round picks or something like that for Matthew Stafford. And obviously in real life last year, Stafford and the Rams won the Super Bowl. Here's a throw. That ball is picked off by Rashawn Gary. He already has a sack in the game. Now he has an INT, but does he have a pit six or not? And he has a sack. So Rashawn Gary has a sack, an INT, and a pit six. 34-3 Green Bay. And that was at the buzzer. There's no time left in the 3rd quarter, and the Panthers are now up. 35-3. We're up by 32 points at 35-3 as we head to the 4th quarter here in this blowout playoff game here at Lambeau. Scored 7 in the 1st, 14 in the 2nd, and 14 in the 3rd. And the Rams scored just 3 points, and the Rams obviously scored only 3 points in the game. No points in the 1st quarter, 3 points in the 2nd quarter, and no points in the 3rd quarter. Here's a kick by Crosby. Panthers up by 32 and 6 minutes away from going to the NFC Championship game. Here's a return by number 17, and he's up to the 25-yard line. 3 seconds into the 4th quarter, as the Panthers are 6 minutes away from going to the NFC Championship game. While the Cardinals, and if they do go to the NFC Championship game, which they will be in 6 minutes, the Panthers will be hosting the Cardinals in the NFC Championship game. Like I said, the Panthers will be hosting the Cardinals in the NFC Championship game because the Panthers are the 1 seed and the Cardinals are the 4 seeds. The Panthers are the higher seed. This is mid-play as a throw by Stafford to Hidby, and he got 5 yards. Send it down. Here we go. Send it down and 5 after the Hidby reception. Here's a throw, and that was thrown away. It was in the pocket, but I believe there was a receiver there, so no intentional grounding, but I don't really care. I mean, we're going to win the game. 3rd down now. And Rashawn Gary, I don't think he's a linebacker. I'm not sure what position he actually is. Here's Hidby, 1st down. But either way, Rashawn Gary, I'm not sure if he's a defensive lineman or if he's a linebacker. I think he's a I actually don't know. I think he's a linebacker, but regardless of what he is, in this game he has a sack, an interception, and a pit. Or regardless of what position he is, or regardless of what position he plays, Rashawn Gary has a sack, an interception, and a pit six in this game. A sack, a pit six, or a sack, an interception, and a pit six. 1st and 10. There's a throw. That ball is caught as a screen, and no Dane as an injured LA Rams offensive lineman, sending down a 10 from our 46-yard line, 4:18 to go. Here we go. Here's Stafford, and he barely got that one away. 3rd and 10 now, as it will be the Ravens at Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, and it will be the Cardinals at Panthers in the NFC Championship game. Here we go. 3rd and 10. Hidby is about what, 8 or 9, 7. 4th and 3. They're probably going for it. Yeah, they're not going to kick it. There's no point at this point. Here we go. Under 4 minutes to play. 4th and 3 now. I mean, they're down by 32, which is a lot of scores. Here's a throw. That ball is picked off by Alexander, and he's tapped on with the 20 by whoever that is, whoever the Rams player down there was. But Alexander gets the interception, and that, well, officially, I'm gonna say the words that I usually say after when I've been playing this. I'm gonna say the words that I've been playing, or I'm gonna say the words that I'm gonna say the words that the Packers radio announcer, the Packers play-by-play announcer on the radio says after say if it's a closer game where say the last drive of the game, minute left, Packers up by 7, and then the quarterback for the other team throws an interception, he says this. Obviously, in this case, obviously we're up by 32 points. But if you've been watching my videos, I've said it a few times when I've been playing my Packers franchise. I'm going to say the words right now. That is your dadder. That's what he says. Like, it says there's a minute left. Packers up by 7. The other quarterback throws an interception. Then he says, usually that's what he would say. Like, the other quarterback throws an interception. Say with 30 seconds left, the Packers up by 7. Other team has no timeouts. And they just have to knee it once. After the interception, like after the play's over, say Packers picked off the other quarterback, and then say the other team eventually the other team tackles the guy who was the interception. Say Alexander intercepted. Let's just say the Packers are playing the Cowboys. 30 seconds left. Alexander picks off Dak Prescott. He gets tapped, and then after the play's over, the Packers play-by-play announcer on the radio. The Packers radio play-by-play announcer says that is your dadder. And I've said that a few times here in this franchise, but yeah, that is your dadder. 3:41 to go. We're up by 32 points. I'm just gonna sim the rest of the day. Because there's no point of just wasting time for me and wasting time for this video, because there's no need for this video to go on any longer than it has to be. Yeah, it doesn't have this video. There's no need for this video to go on longer than it has to be, and yeah. That is your dadder. Now let's sim the rest of the game. Super sim. That is your dadder. And I've said that like 5 times already, but I'm gonna say it one more time. That is your dadder. Packers moving on. Jump forward. End the game. And the Rams did a touchdown at the end, but we still won the game 35-10. And we're going to and the Packers still won the game 35-10, like I said. And we're going to the NFC Championship game to play the Cardinals right here at Lambeau 1 week from now. 1 week from now in this game. And yeah, I think the Rams just got I think the Rams got like 255 yards or something like that. Because I'm doing the math between passing yards and rushing yards, it's like 253 yards. So I almost completed that challenge, but unfortunately, we might have if I played the last 4 minutes of the game. But there's no need to, because I mean we were already gonna win the game. And I said that is your dadder like 10 times. But yeah, that interception by Alexander was really that dadder is. Yeah, that is your dadder. Packers moving on to the NFC Championship game to play the Arizona Cardinals right here at Lambeau 1 week from now. 1 week from now in this game. Yeah. So it's the Ravens at Chiefs, and then it's the Ravens at Chiefs, and then it's the Ravens at Chiefs, and then it's the Cardinals at Packers, and it could be a rematch. Well, if the Packers do get to the Super Bowl, it'll be one of two things that will happen in the Super Bowl. We'll play the Chiefs. If it's the Chiefs and Packers, it will be a rematch of Super Bowl 1, which the Packers did win Super Bowl 1. If it's the Ravens and Packers, it will be a rematch of last year's Super Bowl, last season's Super Bowl in this game. Last year we played the Ravens in the Super Bowl, beat them 31-14. And if we play the Chiefs, it will be a rematch of Super Bowl 1. If we play the Ravens, it will be a rematch of last year's Super Bowl, or last season's Super Bowl, which is Super Bowl 56, in this game. Because obviously in real life it was the Rams and Bengals, but in this game it was the Packers and Ravens. Yeah. As Rodgers only had 167 yards and 4 touchdowns. Stafford 231 yards and no touchdowns. So that one touchdown for the Rams must have been a rushing touchdown by Akers. Jones 14 carries, 68 yards. We scored 5 touchdowns. Rodgers had 4 passing touchdowns, while obviously Rashawn Derry had the other touchdown on a pick six. And like I said, Rodgers like I said, Rodgers 167 yards and 4 touch. Or like I said, Aaron Rodgers 167 yards and 4 touchdowns. Matthew Stafford 231 yards and no touchdowns. As the Packers will be hosting the Cardinals in the NFC Championship game. Ravens at Chiefs, Cardinals at Packers. That's the two championship games, conference championship games, as it's the Final Four here in the NFL playoffs. 4 teams left: Ravens, Chiefs, Cardinals, Packers. I mean, I'll take Packers at Chiefs because that's a rematch of Super Bowl I, and also I'll take Packers and Ravens because that's a rematch of last year's, or because I would take Chiefs and Packers because that's a rematch of Super Bowl I, and I will also take Ravens and Packers because that's a rematch of last year's Super Bowl in this game. And the Super Bowl 57 in this game, or Super Bowl 57 in real life, is in Arizona. I'm not sure if Super Bowl 57 in this game will be in Arizona or not. In real life it is in Arizona, but I'm not sure if it's going to be in this game or not. But we'll find out if and when we get to the Super Bowl, as the Packers win it. Looks like Curtis Samuel's okay because he came back into the game. Only had 2 receptions. The other Rodgers, Amari Rodgers, had 4 receptions. Cole Bradley had that big touchdown on that Hail Mary style throw by Aaron Rodgers. He did have 1 interception though. It was by Jalen Ramsey, picked off by Jalen Ramsey. It was on the Aaron Rodgers' first throw of the game. It's on the Packers' first play from scrimmage. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's episode of the series and that's pretty much it. That's episode of the series will obviously be, and that's pretty much it. And that's episode of the series will obviously be the NFC Championship game against the Arizona Cardinals at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And then this video on this channel will most likely be the next episode of my MLB The Show 22 post-season series. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. And go Pack Go. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. And go Pack Go. And yeah, I don't know why I keep saying that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. And go Pack Go. And yeah, it's time for the closing the board. It's time for the closing the board. If you subscribe, the like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Tell your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles, pets, and friends about these videos. And I'm going to see you in episode number 16 of this Green Bay Packers Madden 22 franchise series. See you in episode number 16. And eat a lot of bacon and go Packers.